Hi, I'm Valerie Dawn. I'm thrilled to share my latest creation with you. The mesmerizing beauty of this ocean retreat has inspired me to craft these charming butterflies, delicately centered around a vintage design. Be sure to bookmark this video for later viewing when you have the time to relish the creative process. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned crocheter, you can follow along with me in the tutorial. I've added chapters to the video, allowing you to navigate to specific details as you please. You can find the pattern download link in the description below, along with convenient links to acquire Aunt Lydias Crochet thread. I sincerely hope you find joy in watching the video and making this beautiful centerpiece. Let's get started. We are using Aunt Lydias Crochet Thread Classic 10, and we need white Aunt Lydias. I also have this really pretty variegated called it's called Ocean, and it has shades of blue and teal and green and just a hint of pink. I also have this color is a dark royal, one ball of each. And then I'm using my favorite size 8 crochet hook. Form the slit knot and chain 14. 1, 2, 13, 14. And slip stitch in the 6th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right here. Just do a slip stitch. And single crochet in just one loop of the next 8 single crochets. So right here, 1 and 8, and chain 1 and turn. Skip that first single crochet and single crochet in each of the next 6 and 6. And slip stitch in the next stitch, and then break the thread and just pull through that loop, and that finishes the butterfly body. And now we're going to move on to the wings. Attach the ocean to the first single crochet, chain 3, put that out of the way, 1, 2, 3, and we do 2 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, and then we do 2 double crochet in the next single crochet, which is right here. 1, 2, and then chain 3 and turn 3. See? All right, turn for the next row. So the second row is 1 double crochet in the same space right here, and then double crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet in the top of this chain 3 from the previous round. It can be a little tricky to get your hook in there, but it will go. Chain 3 and turn. 2 double crochet in that same stitch. That's right there. 1, 2, and then double crochet in the next 6 and 6, and then 1 double crochet in the top of this chain 3. We did a chain 3, and then we turn for row 4. In row 4, you skip this first double crochet and then double crochet in the next 8. So that's, see, skip that one. Start here. 1, 8. 2 double crochet in the top of this chain from the previous round. All right, so that's right here. 1, chain 4 and turn. Treble crochet in the same space right here. That's twice around the hook.
And we do that treble and then a treble in the next double crochet right there. Then we switch to double crochets and we double crochet in the next 6. So there's 1 and 6. And then we switched to half double crochets. Remember the half double crochet, you start like you were going to do a double crochet, but you pull the thread through all 3 at the same time, all 3 loops at the same time. And we do 3 of those. I don't like sewing threads in very much. So rather than break this off and cut the thread, I'm going to single crochet down the edge of the wing to get to the lower wing. And we'll chain 1 first and then work 10 single crochets down the edge. So there's 1 and 2. This is not an exact science. You just put your hook where it looks approximately a good distance apart. There's 3, 4, and 10. All right, let's take a look at that. Right there. So it's just down the edge, about evenly spaced, and that's 10 single crochets. Slip stitch at the very end, right around, right in that, a good place to put it is right in that single crochet from the bottom where the upper wing started. Now we want to slip stitch in the next single crochet right here and chain 3, and we're going to start on the lower wing. And we won't have any ends to tie in. Isn't that good? I don't like tying in ends. Now we're working on the lower left wing, and we've attached our thread to the body, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in that same space right there. 1 and 2. Then double crochet in the next stitch right here. Half double crochet in the next 2 and 2. And then 2 half double crochets in that last stitch that's showing right there. And 2. And then chain 1 and turn. And now we're on row 2 of the lower left wing. That's 1 single crochet in the same space right here, and 1 single crochet in the next one as well, and then a half double crochet in the next 3, 3, double crochet in the next 3, 1, and the third one is at the top of this chain 3. Chain 2 and turn. All right, a half double crochet in the same stitch, so that's right there, and double crochet in the next stitch right here, just 1. And now we're going to do 4 treble stitches, and there's 1 and 4. And then we're going to switch to double crochets again, so that we're going to have a round top of this. Double crochet in the next 2, and 2 half double crochet in that last stitch, which is the chain. So there's a half double crochet and another half double crochet, and chain 1 and turn. And so we do 1 single crochet in the same space as that chain, 1 single crochet in the next stitch here, half double crochet in the next 2. All right, and then we do 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and 2, and then double crochet in the next 2 stitches, so they're 1 each. All right, and we do that again, so 2 double crochet here in this next stitch, 1, 2, and then double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and 2. All right, that means we have finished the left upper and lower wing, and we're going to break the thread. Pull it through that loop. Okay, there we go. That completes the upper and lower left wings. Now we need to do the upper and lower right wings. To do that, turn it right over, and we're going to do those 2 wings again. So here it just says reverse the butterfly and work the right side the same as the left. So let's back up to the... All right, so again we attach ocean to the first single crochet on the wide end of the body. So these are not actually single crochets, they're the other side of the original chain. And it's a little tricky to see with this dark thread. All right, we're going to attach right there and chain 3, 2 double crochet in the same space, and then 2 double crochet in the next space. Right here, 1, and chain 3. And then turn. I've finished the upper part of the wing. Proceed the same as the other side of the butterfly. At this point, I like to take a few minutes and sew in these threads before we start the blue edging. I have sewn all the threads in, and it's time to attach the deep royal. We are going to complete the outside edge in 1 continuous stitch. We're not going to break the thread, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Attach the deep royal, dark royal, right to that corner, and chain 1. Now I want you to single crochet in 1 stitch and then single crochet in between the next 2 stitches, and do that 5 times. 1, 2, and you'll see when you do that you get a little deeper spike with that single crochet, and then single crochet in the next 2, so that's right there, and the last one is in the top of that chain 4, and chain 4 and turn, 2, 3, 4, treble crochet, that's twice around the hook right there in that first one, and then treble crochet in the next stitch, chain 1 and double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then chain 1, half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and you repeat that 4 times. Chain 2 and turn. Skip that first half double crochet and half double crochet in the next one, which is right there. And then a half double crochet in the next 2, and repeat that 3 times. So there's chain 1 and half double crochet in the next 2. So we did that 3 times. Chain 1 and double crochet in the next 2 double crochet, and chain 1 and treble in the top of the next 2 treble, and also in the top of the chain 4. So we have 3 treble stitches here. Chain 4 and turn. Okay, that was our chain 4, turn. Now slip stitch in the second treble from your hook, which is right there, and chain 4 and slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, and do that 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch right there. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we finish with one more chain 4, and then slip stitch in the top of that original chain right there, and chain 1. We are not going to turn. What we're going to do is single crochet down this edge. Work 3 single crochets along the edge of the dark blue. There's 1. Again, this is not an exact science. It's just where it seems to make sense. There's 3. And then we're going to slip stitch in 2 of those edge stitches of the ocean color. 1, 2. Now we're going to attach the upper wing to the lower wing. We're not going to attach to the very first stitch. We're going to attach to the 3rd stitch over, which is right there, and do a slip stitch right there. And that will allow our upper wing to overlap the lower wing by a little bit. Single crochet in the same space, and then single crochet in the next 4. 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet in the next 5, and the 5th one is in the top of this chain. There. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet in the same space, single crochet in the next 2, 2 in the next stitch, single crochet in the next 3, 2 single crochet in the next one, and then single crochet in the next 4. Chain 1 and turn. So we've got 2 rows. We've got this overlapping, single crochet in the same stitch, half double crochet in the next one, chain 1 and double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and we do that 5 times. Chain 1 and half double crochet in the next stitch, and a single crochet in the last stitch, chain 1 and turn. This is row 4. Skip the first single crochet and single crochet in the next, in this half double crochet right here. There. Now single crochet in that chain 1 space, and then single crochet in the next 2, and do that 5 times. And there's 5 repeats. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain, okay, single crochet in that chain 1 space, and then a slip stitch in the next. Chain 4 and turn. This is the 5th round. Slip stitch in the 3rd stitch from this 1, 2, 3, that's right there, and then chain 4 and slip stitch in the 2nd stitch from there, and do that 7 times. And there is our 7th. Chain 1, but do not turn. We're going to work 9 single crochets down this edge. Again, this is not an exact science. Place your single crochets where they look about equal distance. So there's 1, 2, and I'll fit the 9th one right in there. All right, we're right down to the end of the body. Now I'm just going to slip right in there just to attach that. Then work 6 single crochets in the loop that we made on the body. 6. All right, there's 6 single crochets around that little loop. We're going to slip stitch right in there. And then work 4 single crochets along this edge. Chain 1. And we're ready to start working that lower wing. Following the pattern, work the right side of the butterfly in reverse of the left. There's a link to my website in the description below where you can download the pattern. Just to finish this off, don't turn, just do a chain 1 and do 3 single crochet down the edge here. Okay, slip stitch right there and break the thread. And we only have 2 threads to tie in. Now the center of this doily is done in white with the same size needle, which is number 8. And in the center, tie your slip knot and then chain 12. 1, 11, 12. Join in that first chain with a slip stitch to form a ring. There is our ring. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, this pattern, the link to it is in the description below the video, and you can download it from my website for free. And the next thing we do is work a 3 treble crochet cluster in the ring. So we have the chain, which forms the first. It's actually going to be a 4, but then we'll do 3 treble, which is 2 loops around the hook. And pull through those 2 and those 2 and hold that back. So that's 1, 2, and 3. You then loop over the hook and pull it through all of the stitches on your hook, and that's a treble crochet cluster. The next step, we are going to repeat this 3 times. Chain 6, 1, 6, a 4 double crochet cluster in the ring. So that's 1 loop around the hook, 1, 2, 3, a 4, and then thread around the hook, pull it through all of these loops. So we have a treble crochet cluster, chain 6, and a double crochet cluster. And then we're going to chain 6 and make another 4 treble crochet cluster. So treble is 2. There's 1 and 1 more, that makes 4. Okay, thread around the hook, pull it through all the loops. And now that what you're going to repeat in the ring, you can use your fingers to tighten this so you have lots of room in the ring. What you're going to repeat 3 times, so that was a chain 6, the double crochet cluster, chain 6, and the treble crochet cluster. You're going to do that 2 more times, so that gives you your 3 repeats. And then come back and I'll join you again to show you how to finish off round 1. Here is what we repeated 3 times. It was the double crochet cluster, the treble crochet cluster, and chain 6 in between, and that was 3 times. So there's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to finish the last double crochet cluster by chaining 6, 6, and we will do that 4 double crochet cluster in that last little space there in the ring. So 1 and 4, loop over the hook, pull it through all of that. To finish this round, we're going to do something a bit special here, so that we will finish in the middle of this chain to be in the right position for round 2. Or what we do to do that is chain 2 and then do 1 treble crochet stitch in the top of the first treble crochet cluster. And that finishes in the middle of this chain, so we're in the right position to start round 2. This is round 2, so we do 3 single crochet right in over top of this treble crochet. There's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 7, 3 single crochet in the next loop. 1, 2, 3, and we simply repeat all the way around with a chain 7 and 3 single crochet in the next loop, and I'll be right back. I finished all the way around round 2, and to finish round 2 we simply chain 3 and then treble crochet in the first single crochet, and that puts us right in the middle of the chain again. Round 3, first thing we do is single crochet right here, and then chain 9, and then single crochet in the next loop, and we repeat from that chain 9 all the way around to the start, and I'll be right back. All right, we're finishing round 3, and we simply do that with another chain 9, 8, 9, and slip stitch in that first single crochet right there. We are going to start round 4. This is going to be single crochets and chain 3s in each one of the loops. So the first thing we do is work 3 single crochets. There's 1, 2, 3. Repeat this 3 times, chain 3 and 3 single crochets in the same loop. Okay, chain 3, 3 more single crochets. If you find you're running out of space, just with your fingernail scoot those over a little bit, and that's 1, 2, chain 3, and 3 more single crochet. And so that's where we started. We did 3 single crochets, and then repeat 3 times as the chain 3, 3 more single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3 repeats. Then we begin that all over again and do that in each loop around. So start with 3 single crochet, and then chain 3 and 3 single crochet 3 times. And I'll rejoin you at the end of this round. I have finished all the way around round 4, and I am just joining to that very first single crochet with a slip stitch. And I will show you just for a moment what this looks like. We have these are also called picots, spelled P-I-C-O-T, picot, and we have them all the way around on round 4, beginning round 5, and with round 5, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip this chain 3 loop, and then we're going to do 3 treble crochet cluster stitches in this middle one. So remember, the treble is around twice, so skip this one, go into this center one, and a 3 treble crochet cluster. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, a loop, pull through all of those, and then we have chain 5 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do another 3 treble crochet cluster in that same chain 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop around your hook, pull through them all, another chain 5, and one more 3 treble crochet clusters in this middle chain 3 loop. All right, loop, pull through them all. Okay, so that leaves us with 3 in that middle one. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet in the center, single crochet between the next 2 chain 3 picots. So that would be right there. All right, so see that? We have the chain 5, 3 treble crochet clusters with chain 5 in between, and then the single crochet in between these 2. And from there we start over and do this same 3 clusters in each middle picot all the way around. And I'll join you when I'm at the end of this. So you go ahead and do that round 2. At the end of round 5, we do a double treble crochet, which is 3 times around the needle, and in the original single crochet, and that will put us in the right position for round 6. And round 6 starts with chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and treble crochet in the next cluster, and that would be right here. Chain 7, single crochet in the next loop, 6, 7, single crochet in the next loop, which is here. We do that twice. Alright, there's our 2 chain 7 and single crochet in the next loop. And now chain 7, and treble crochet in the next cluster stitch, which is right here. And we repeat that all the way around from the first treble cluster. That was our chain 4 to get us to the right position. Treble crochet in this cluster, chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, and then treble stitch in this cluster. Then we just repeat that all the way around, starting from there into this one. And I'll finish that, and I'll see you at the end of this row. This is the end of round 6, and I've done the chain 7 and single crochet with the treble crochets in between. And at the end of this round, we do a chain 3 and a treble crochet in the first treble crochet. So we'll finish that right here. 1, 2, 3, and a treble crochet in that first treble crochet, and that sets us up to begin the next round. Now the next 3 rounds are the same, and what we do is a chain 3, and we're going to make a picot out of this, and a single crochet in the same space, and then chain 9, and we do a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. And we repeat that all the way around to the start. So I will finish that and be right back. And I have completed round 7, and we end round 7 with a chain 4 and treble crochet in the beginning of the round. And now round 8 and 9 are exactly the same as 7. So I'm going to do those round 8 and 9, and you go ahead and get them done too, and then I'll join you back for round 10. And hello, and we're back. I have finished rounds 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9, they are the same. And we're starting round 10 now. Round 10 is quite simple. You simply chain 10, 8, 9, 10, and single crochet in the next loop. And you repeat that all the way around. Chain 10 and single crochet in each loop all the way around. And I will be back for the next round. And this is the end of round 10. And we finish it off quite simply with a chain 10 and then slip stitch in that initial treble crochet. All right, and that sets us up for round 11. And round 11 is the same as round 4, where we had 3 single crochets, a picot stitch, which was chain 3, another 3 single crochets, chain 3, and another 3 single crochets, chain 3, and 3 single crochets. And so I'll just show you that. 1, 2, 3 single crochets, chain 3, 3 single crochet, and recall we repeat that 3 times with the 3 single crochets, with the chain 3 and 3 single crochet. It's chain 3, 3 single crochet, and chain 3, and the final 3 single crochet in the same loop, and we repeat that in every loop around. Alright, and I'll see you at the end of the round. This is the end of round 11, and we have all of the single crochet and picot stitches all the way around. To start round 12, we need to slip stitch to this chain 3 picot. And there's just 1, 2, and then I'll just do a slip stitch in the loop. And so chain 3, 2 treble cluster stitch. There's 1. Of course, the chain forms one of the stitches in the cluster, so it's a 3 treble cluster, really. And in between, we are doing a chain 10, 2, 10, skip 1 chain 3 loop, and a 3 treble cluster stitch in the next chain 3 loop. There's the first one, 2, 3, loop over the hook, pull it through all, chain 1, and then we do another 3 treble cluster in the next picot. There's 1, 2, and 3. Thread around your needle, pull it through everything. Alright, so there's the pattern. A cluster, chain 10, 2 clusters with a chain 1 in between, chain 10, 2 clusters with a chain 1 in between, all the way around. I will come back and see you when I'm finished this round. Okay, we are at the end of round 12, and finish the round simply chain 1 and slip stitch in the top of the first cluster, and that sets us up for round 13, and that starts with a chain 3 and a 2 treble cluster right in the top, and our chain together with the 2 trebles make this a 3 treble cluster, and then chain 6, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet for that picot in this loop. And another chain 6 and a 3 treble cluster stitch in the chain 1 between these 2 right here. So this is another simple round. There. And we repeat from the chain 6 all the way around. And I'll be back. And this is the end of round 13. And we will end with a chain 3 and a treble stitch in the top of this cluster. So that's 1, 2, 3, treble in the top right here. And the next 2 rounds we've seen before. The next 2 rounds are the same as these 2 rounds, these 3 rounds here. And what we do is a chain 3, single crochet right here, and chain 9, and then a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the next large loop right here. We repeat that all the way around. Chain 9, and then continue around, chain 9, and our chain 3 picot in each of the large loops all the way around. And round 15 will be the same. And at the end of round 14, we do the chain 3 and treble in the top of this chain 3 picot. And that will give us round 14 and 15. And I will be back when I have those done. Hi, I'm back. So I'll show you what I've completed after we finished round 13. Then we did round 14, which was the chains and the chain 9 and the chain 3 picot. Then we did that again for round 15, and I went ahead and finished round 16 as well, so you can go ahead and do that as well. It's a pretty straightforward round. All we do is a chain 8 and single crochet in every loop around. We're using the same doily center as we did at Christmas with the holly wreath doily. This has an additional round. This is round 17. What we do is 3 single crochet, chain 3, repeat that 3 times. So there's 3 single crochet, chain 3. So there's our 3 single crochet, chain 3, 3 times, and finish with 3 single crochet. And repeat that on all the loops around. We are finished the 17th round and ready to attach the butterflies. Before we do that, I want to just press this, and I always use a thin cotton cloth that's dampened. This is my little steam fast iron. If you want to try one of those, my Amazon affiliate link is in the description. Very handy little iron. Now this made a pretty scalloped edge. We are also going to press the 12 butterflies we made with the damp cloth. Again, just helps it lay flat. We have finished round 17 and attached with a slip stitch to this first stitch. What we need to do though is we need to slip stitch over to this center chain 3. So let's just do that. We are over to the center chain 3. First thing we do is chain 1 and then slip stitch in the last chain 4 loop of the lower right butterfly wing. So that's this one right here. And so we just put your hook through there and do a slip stitch. Okay, chain 1 and then slip stitch back in the chain 3 on the doily. All right, now we need to do a chain 4 and we're going to do 3 clusters in this center chain 3 loop of the next main loop with a picot at the top of the center cluster. So this is a 3 double crochet cluster. That's 3 double crochets, and you hold back the loop of each one and then draw through all at the same time. Okay, another chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do another cluster in that same center loop and then draw your thread through all. Chain 3, this is our picot, and slip stitch in the top. And then chain 4 and do 1 more double crochet cluster in that same chain 3 space and draw through. Chain 4, slip stitch in the center chain 3 of the next loop. Chain 1, grab your butterfly, don't twist it, and we're going to slip stitch in the first chain 4 loop of the left lower wing right here. Okay, there's my slip stitch, chain 1, and slip stitch back in the same chain 3 loop. Chain 4, we're going to do the same 3 clusters with the picot in this one right here. Chain 4 in between and draw through at the top. Then another chain 4 and slip stitch in the center chain 3 of the next loop, and then we start attaching the next butterfly. Chain 1 right in this loop here, and then we repeat that all the way around. Go ahead and finish this round, attach all of the butterflies, and then we'll come back and do the final round of this lovely doily. We are on the last stage of this beautiful centerpiece. We are going to go stitch all the way around the outside of the butterflies, connecting them together and finishing the top edge, stitching our antennas. And we start with attaching the dark royal to this, the first chain 4 loop of a left wing right here. Chain 4. And slip stitch in the next loop. And we do that 5 times. So we'll do it in 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 loops. And that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now chain 2. 1, 2. Double crochet in that bottom loop right there. Now find the next butterfly. You're going to double crochet in this first chain 4 loop, and that will hook these 2 butterflies together. Chain 2 and slip stitch in the next loop on this neighboring butterfly. Chain 4 and slip stitch in the next loop 5 times, and that's 5. We're going to stitch all along the edge. Again, this is not an exact science because you don't have defined stitches to place your hook into. So chain 1, and we're going to stitch 22 or 23 single crochets along the top edge. And we could start with 1 here in this loop. So there's 1. That's actually 22. And the last thing we do is a slip stitch right where those original first row of double crochets connected to the body, and we'll just do a slip stitch there. Now there, as you recall, were 2 rows in the body this way. We're going to do single crochet approximately in that edge of that first row. 1 single crochet, chain 7. We need to give this butterfly antennas, and then skip 1 chain and slip stitch in the next 6. 1, there's 7 chain, 6 slip stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet in the edge of that second row of the body right here, and then we're going to chain 7 and do the left antenna. Okay, skip 1, slip stitch in the next 6, and there's 6. Now I want you to slip stitch in the side of that second single crochet. All right, and then slip stitch in the body right here where those double crochets, where our first double crochets were. And now we're going to do another 21 or 22 single crochet up the left wing. And that's about 22. Now, let's do a slip stitch, maybe even 2 slip stitches. And you can see we've attached the 2 butterfly together, finished a nice edge along the top, given our butterfly a head and antenna. And now we start the same pattern all the way around. I finished all the way around, and I'm going to give it one more light press with a damp cloth just to flatten it out. You can find a link to download my patterns in the description below. You can also find links if you'd like to purchase Classic 10, Aunt Lydias Classic 10 crochet thread. I would appreciate if you could hit the like button and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.